Hey guys, Dr. Michael Gartner here. As a double board certified plastic surgeon specializing in hair restoration, I've been getting a lot of questions about microneedling for hair growth. Does it really work? How to do it safely at home? And what results can you really expect from it? Today, I'll cover it all, and stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a step-by-step at-home microneedling protocol. But before we get into that, let's break down the science behind microneedling and why it's gaining popularity as a hair restoration treatment. What is microneedling and how does it work? Microneedling is actually called percutaneous collagen induction therapy. This involves using tiny needles to create micropunctures in the skin. This process triggers the body's natural healing response, leading to increased blood flow and collagen production, and the most important for us, hair follicle stimulation. Microneedling has actually been around since 1990s, initially for skin rejuvenation, scars, and even drug delivery. But over the years, researchers have discovered it can also help with hair loss, particularly when combined with other treatments like minoxidil, also known by the brand name Rogaine, PRP, and even stem cell therapy. So why does microneedling actually work for hair growth? There are two main reasons why microneedling is effective for hair growth. One, it increases growth factors. When you create controlled microneedling injuries in the scalp, the body floods the area with growth factors like VEGF and IGF-1, which promote the health of hair follicles. VEGF helps grow tiny blood vessels in the scalp, bringing more oxygen and nutrients to support the hair follicles. Think of it as a fertilizer that nurtures and strengthens the hair roots. IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor, acts like your personal trainer for your hair follicles, encouraging them to stay in the growth phase longer and preventing premature shedding. Activates stem cells in hair follicles. Microneedling has been shown to wake up dormant hair follicles by activating stem cells in the bulge region of the hair follicle, where the hair growth is regulated. Studies have even shown that microneedling can increase hair shaft diameter and turn fine, thin hair into thicker, more terminal hair over time. So who can benefit from hair loss? Microneedling has solid evidence supporting its use for androgenic alopecia. That's male and female pattern baldness. This is the most common type of hair loss, where hair thins over time. Some of the most recent studies have shown that microneedling actually helps this. It has also been shown to work of cases of alopecia areata, where you have a patchy hair loss due to an autoimmune condition. Microneedling can also help a condition where hair shedding is triggered by stress, illness, hormonal shifts, or even severe dieting. However, you should know that microneedling is not a magic bullet for everyone. If your hair follicles are completely gone, microneedling will not bring those lost hair follicles back. What is now the best microneedling device? There are plenty of microneedling devices out there on the market. They don't differ just by brand name, but the way they create small punctures in your skin. The two main types of microneedling tools are a Derma roller and a Derma pen. Downside of using the Derma roller is to actually tear existing hair strands and cause unnecessary breakage. So when you're using it, you're actually losing hair, but of course, you're breaking hair, so it's not going to go bald from that, it's just going to regrow, but you're actually losing hair. A Derma pen is a device which basically stamps the skin vertically, and in my opinion, it allows for more controlled, even penetration, reducing the risk of hair breakage. The best practices for microneedling at home. Step 1. Choose the right device. I recommend the microneedling pen over the roller. It allows for more precise control and reduces the risk of hair breakage. Step 2, select the right needle length. There are different lengths to the needles. I recommend starting with a small needle, a 0.5 millimeter, to allow for minimal discomfort while still stimulating growth factors. If well tolerated, you could progress to a 1.0 by 3 to 4 weeks. Step 3, treatment frequency. My recommendation is to do microneedling every 2 weeks for the first month. You should allow the scalp to heal. This will prevent excessive inflammation. Step 4, pre-treatment preparation. Before starting treatment, always wash your hands, then disinfect the scalp with an antiseptic spray or alcohol wipe, and let the alcohol dry on. If you're using a needle length greater than 1 millimeter or deeper, you can apply a topical numbing cream, but I would wait 20 to 30 minutes while doing that. Step 5, microneedling techniques. Section your scalp into zones: the front, the mid, the crown, and the temples. Use light to moderate pressure, and you should see redness and pinpoint bleeding, but no excessive bleeding. Glide the pen in 4 directions: vertical, horizontal, and then diagonal left, diagonal right. Session time should be between 10 and 15 minutes. Step 6. Post-treatment care. Wait 6 to 12 hours before washing your scalp. Apply a gentle hyaluronic acid to soothe the scalp. Protect your scalp from sun exposure for at least 48 hours. Be careful not to apply minoxidil or any other treatments immediately. Wait at least 24 hours to avoid irritation. Don't use harsh shampoos, alcohol-based hair products, and excessive heat styling. Your goal for phase 2 should be to increase effectiveness while minimizing the risk of damage to your existing hair and scarring. Step 1, progressing with the needle depth. Week 5 to 8, move to a 1 millimeter needle, only if you've tolerated the 0.5 millimeter well. Weeks 9 to 12, you can increase to a 1.5 in areas of severe thinning, such as the crown and temples. You should stick to a 1.0 millimeter for general coverage. Step 2, adjust the frequency. Microneedle every 7 to 10 days if using a 0.5 millimeter or 1 millimeter. Microneedle every 2 weeks if you're using a 1.5 to allow for proper healing. Step 3, post-treatment optimization. Studies show microneedling enhances minoxidil absorption, increasing the hair regrowth for up to 400%. Amazing, huh? Increasing scalp massage 5 to 10 minutes daily. After the 12th week, you can move to phase 3, maximizing growth and long-term maintenance. The goal of this final phase is to maintain consistency, optimize your hair density, and prevent regression. I want to give you a warning regarding microneedling deeper than 2.0 millimeters. It does not enhance your growth and only increases scarring. Stay consistent. Hair regrowth takes 3 to 6 months before you see any visible results. Don't forget to maintain good scalp health. That means hydrating and massaging your scalp, and avoid excess DHT buildup. Avoid over microneedling. More is not better in this case. If you have extensive hair loss, bald areas, or follicles are no longer active, it won't work. So once again, microneedling has some limitations. It can be a great tool. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you found this information useful, and I will see you on the next one.